traveling there and back home again, over misty mountains, through slumbering forests, to the edge of the river, up and over the hills we are wandering but not lost. This is the story of a journey home to our cozy cottage, seeking only the quiet joy of a simple life. It was written by J.R.R. Tolkien that roads go ever, ever on, under cloud and under star. Yet feet that wandering have gone, turn at last to home afar. Eyes that fire and sword have seen, and horror in the halls of stone, look at last on meadows green, and trees and hills they long have known. Greetings! We have just returned from a grand adventure in a far-off land.
And we are so looking forward to returning to our cozy home in the countryside, just in time for harvest season.
And tea.
Yes.
My name is Jonas.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we would love for you to join us on this quest, mission,
thing. Come along.
As we emerged from the lush green wood and entered the rolling hills of the valley, butterflies greet us in the brambles along the meadows. With each step we take down the path, the blue sky gradually opens up our way to the countryside. Our first glimpse of the Shire fills our hearts with joy. We behold the pastures dotted with farm animals and gardens teeming with bees, embodying the simple, peaceful life of the Shire folk. It's a curious thing to return home after a long journey. The once familiar sights and sounds now seem to have subtly shifted, their essence almost unfamiliar. Yet the trees are still standing tall like old friends, but even they bear the gentle weight of time's passage. There are signs of storms that passed, and a quiet fading now whispers of change. You can never be sure what awaits you when you come home, but our hearts soar at the first glimpse of our little yellow house. Nestled quietly at the edge of the old cemetery, it stands unharmed, though weathered by time. Our dear Cobweb Cottage, how small you seem now. Or perhaps it is we who have grown. Though your corners are draped in cobwebs and the years have left their mark, you remain our sanctuary. Here we can finally kick off our well-worn boots and rest our weary heads, finding comfort in the familiar embrace of home. Concerning hobbits, well, it was Tolkien who famously said, "In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort." Although our home isn't a cozy hole in the ground, Tibby the chipmunk has made a new burrow just outside Cobweb Cottage. We were delighted to welcome a new critter, a charming bunny who has taken up residence in the garden. With twitching nose and soft, inquisitive eyes, the little bunny now frolics amidst the flowers and alongside Tibby, bringing an extra touch of enchantment to our beloved garden. After finally sleeping in our own bed again, we're eager to get settled back in and warmly invite you to pour yourself a cup of tea and join us. It's wonderful to be back here at Cobweb Cottage after our trip to Sweden. We are quite ready to embrace a simple Hobbit-inspired life this upcoming autumn.
Now that we're back, it's time to unpack, redecorate, and get ready for the first day of fall, which also happens to be the official Hobbit Day, which is something we always love to celebrate.
And for those who might not know, what is a hobbit? Hobbits are fictional creatures from J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, known from the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series. Hobbits are small, human-like beings, usually about half the height of a human, with large, hairy feet. They live in a region called the Shire, where they enjoy a simple rural lifestyle, a well-tended garden, and many meals, which they don't rush through.
So we've always felt like we're hobbits at heart, even though we're quite tall and look a little bit more like elves. So we actually got married on the official Hobbit Day, which is September 22nd, the first day of fall. So it's a very special time of year for us, and we like to make it very festive.
We hope you join us as we are transforming this cottage into a cozy hobbit home. And why don't we start in the bedroom, because there's nothing better than just sleeping in your own bed after a long journey.
Oh yes.
Something we learned from hobbits is the importance of comfort. So thank you Brooklyn for sponsoring this video, making our bedroom Hobbit approved.
We've been using Brooklinen bedding exclusively for the past 2 years because the quality is outstanding and it is truly deserving of its awards. Our bedroom is our space for sleep, relaxation, and reading. So investing in good bedding is a way of taking care of ourselves given how much time we spend here.
We always get our best sleep with Brooklinen.
When we travel, I honestly just dream about these linen sheets.
Yeah, nothing else compares, not even hotel sheets.
No. So washed linen is so lightweight, airy, and just gets softer over time, and it's perfect for every season with its relaxed look. For fall, we chose the Linen Hardcore Bundle, which includes everything: a fitted sheet, flat sheet, duvet cover, and 4 pillowcases. We picked the color Fresh Moss for the duvet and Khaki Chambray for the sheets and pillowcases. These nature-inspired colors, with mossy greens and earthy tones, make us feel so relaxed. To complete the look and add warmth, we chose the Cozy Check Throw Blanket. Shop for your Brooklinen bedding from the comfort of your home and save when you bundle. You can mix and match a variety of colors and patterns to customize your own style. Get 15% off your first Brooklinen order. Just click the link below to shop.
And once again, thank you Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. And now when we have the bedding done, it will be easy to finish this room, making it extra hobbity and cozy.
Yes.
So how about this? I go make second breakfast and you continue to decorate.
That sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's transform Cobweb Cottage into a cozy haven reminiscent of a Hobbit home. Creating a Hobbit-inspired decor is delightfully simple. We have a basket brimming with trinkets and nature-inspired treasures to guide you in finding or crafting the perfect pieces. Hobbitcore can be lovingly described as cozy clutter, featuring wooden objects, nature-inspired textiles, stacks of old books, stoneware, pottery, and copper candlestick holders. Our collection of woodland whimsy reflects a special fondness for the tiny yet mighty acorn, a symbol of strength. The kitchen is undoubtedly the heart of any Hobbit home, where the rhythm of daily life unfolds through countless small meals. Here we celebrate this cozy tradition by prominently displaying our acorn tea set, a reminder of the many delightful moments shared over tea and simple fare. We love bringing nature indoors to harmonize our home with the surrounding woodlands. As we move into the living room, I'm changing the pillowcases to patterned textures and embroidered linens. On the dresser, we've placed sentimental keepsakes from our mountain wedding, where wood-burning medieval inscriptions were a part of the centerpieces. Pine cones and autumn leaves from that day now hold a special place, each piece carrying a loving memory. In our humble view, it's these personal touches that truly make a home warm and inviting. A few framed pieces complete the living area, adding a final touch of charm. As we return to the bedroom, I'm swapping the summer lace curtains for rich forest greens and acorn browns to evoke the essence of autumn. The room is adorned with leaf patterns, creating the ambiance of an enchanted forest. Beside the bookcase, I've created a whimsical Lord of the Rings inspired display, featuring trinkets and hand-painted artwork by my favorite woodland elf, adding a touch of magic to the space. Now our bedroom is a snug nook for reading and resting. Though our sleeping quarters may seem a bit small for the two of us, we find it quite comfortable and cozy. With the cottage now embodying the warmth of a Hobbit home, there's just one crucial detail missing. Our pantry is considerably bare after our journey. We lack the proper essentials for elevensies, afternoon tea, supper, and dinner. So off we must to venture to our local farm to replenish our stores.
This old-fashioned farm stand is overflowing with the bounty of the harvest season. Our eyes wander over the vibrant produce, and our mouths water at the sight of the freshest potatoes, ripe tomatoes, and all the rustic provisions that a hobbit's heart could wish for. With our picnic basket filled with the season's finest, we find a cozy spot in the country orchard to savor the first sweet cider donuts of the year. We are simple folk, and amidst the orchard's tranquility we find contentment in these small, delightful pleasures. As Tolkien wisely wrote, "It is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life," to which we heartily agree.
On our way back home, we stopped by the community garden to see what has flourished in our absence. The sunflowers stand tall, their bright faces beaming with cheer. These flowers are inspiring us to return to our own cottage garden and get barefoot in the grass. Despite our time away, our plants have fared quite well, thanks to the resilient native species. Although we dream of cultivating a vegetable patch, summer adventures often take precedence. Instead, we focus on maintaining herbs in pots and nurturing a few flowers. We just find joy in knowing our garden has become a welcoming haven for all sorts of critters.
As the warm sun sets, I set out to craft a special welcome sign. I've chosen a watermelon to sharpen up my carving skills. Did you know that the Elvish word for friend is mellon? And I think of the Sindarin greeting, "Speak friend and enter." My fascination with Middle-earth and especially the charming lives of hobbits has always been strong. Their doors are like portals to warmth and often unexpected hospitality. Now we have a watermelon welcome sign to greet us in the garden. As evening falls, I sit down at my desk to continue painting a quaint village of hobbit homes. These delightful teabag dishes are now available for sale in my shop. Each one is lovingly handcrafted, perfect for adding a touch of hobbit charm to your tea time. Don't miss the chance to bring a piece of cozy enchantment into your home.
It's a magical morning, the kind where you can just feel that a golden afternoon awaits. It's the perfect day for an afternoon tea in the garden, when the sun's warmth promises to make every moment simply delightful. Of course, Tibby and the other cottage critters are invited too. I'm crafting a flower crown inspired by sunflowers for our harvest celebration and the upcoming autumn equinox. As I weave the blooms together, I can't help but feel like one of the Shire folk, pointy ears or not.
Though the Hobbiton cookbook offers many cozy recipes, there's one we always return to when the orchards are bursting with plums, peaches and pears. Our beloved harvest fruit pie recipe is perfect for using whatever fruit is at hand and topped with a delectable crumb mixture. Preparing an afternoon tea with this pie is the merriest way we know to settle back in and embrace the comforts of home. Let's gather with the wee folk in the cottage garden and set the table for a whimsical yet humble afternoon tea. As this tale concludes, a new chapter begins. We come to deeply appreciate the virtues of a simple life. It's in savoring the little comforts, those small joys that are in fact profound. The uncomplicated joys and contentment found in a modest lifestyle. Cherishing comfort, community, and holding simplicity in the highest regard. Through Tolkien's writings, we have learned that even though the world is indeed full of peril, and in it there are many dark places, but still there is much that is fair, And though in all lands love is now mingled with grief, it grows perhaps the greater, and that even the smallest person can change the course of the future. And most of all, if more of us valued food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world. So let's try to make this a merrier world together, shall we? Thank you so much for joining us as we are getting ready for fall and living our best Hobbit life.
We hope you got some inspiration, and we would love to hear how you are preparing for a cozy fall in your homes. Let us know if you'll be celebrating the Hobbit Day on the first day of fall too. And if you're in need of some inspiration, then we have our fall bucket list postcards that we designed together with vintage graphics. They have 10 ideas for how to have a very cozy autumn season.
You find these cards on Etsy, and we also have this cozy Cobweb Cottage card, as well with the prints and t-shirts and tote bags. And before you go, please take the opportunity to check out my hand-painted tea bag dishes. They are usually selling out pretty quick, so don't miss out.
Someone better buy them before I keep one, because they're so cute. Thank you so much for your support and for spending time with us here at Cobweb Cottage. We would also like to say a very special thank you to our patrons in the Cozy Cottage Club. Your support means so much to us, and we're wishing you all a very happy harvest season.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Mm-hmm.